And welcome to the week roundup. We are reviewing last week's Division 1 Prelim final, and welcome Luke Hosey.
G'day, Darcy. How are you, mate?
And this is the one you live called as well?
Yeah, we did this game last week, and well done to Paynham.
And how was TJ during the
call?
call?
He was absolutely delighted with Paynham winning, and you know, at half time it was if or but he was going to win, but Paynham ran away with the game in the last half really, and you know they had 70% of the play, you know, as indicated by the scoring shots, 32 scoring shots to 17. That, you know, that was the indicator of the day. You could say 65%, you know, around that sort of percentage. They owned the footy. It was their inaccurate kicking throughout the day that really they could have put them away a lot earlier. You know, so but well done to Teacher Gully. You know, like
they hit the lead at half time, so you'd think okay, they thought there may be a chance here because Teacher Gully have been the better side between the two all year, no doubt. And but we did see them. We called another game a few weeks ago where we saw again Paynham did beat Teacher Gully. We thought maybe that's the echelon of where they're headed, and it happened to be that way in the Prelim final last week. So,
well, if you have a look at the two sides, Gully started the year full of running, didn't they? And they were up and about, and Paynham had a lot of injuries at the start of the year. You know, they had a lot out. You know, I know Paynham wouldn't use that as an excuse, but that was just a fact. When you're missing Jolly and Davis and Lowe and Agorestis and all these, I mean, no club can cover that. And so Gullies are up and about, but Paynham towards the end of the year got all their players back, and it was Gullies that had the injuries, you know, so you got to be a little bit lucky in this game as well. You got to, you know, you got to have your players at the right time of the year available, don't you?
Yeah. So you see, like even with Teacher Gully, Melville kicking 6 in a losing side.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, you got to be stiff when that happens. And look, Shonamaker again. You see the Shonamaker brothers, you know, amongst the goal scorers, you know, Melville, Birkin, Schilling. They've been great players all year, but obviously Paynham just stepped up again. You know, got Langford, the Hazers, the Donahues, and the, I can pronounce that name, but Delegatio, who we obviously mentioned quite a few times before. So,
well, his scores last week, it was Paynham Norwood Union was 13-19, 97, to Teacher Gully 11-6, 72. So it's a 25-point margin to the Falcons. Do you want to give the best players for Teacher Gully?
Teacher Gully, as I said, well, Melville was 6, Shonamaker, the two Shonamaker brothers, individuals, Stent, Persinos and Birkin.
Yep.
And the best players was D. Shonamaker and Melville, Birkin, Schilling and
Puccini, a young 18-year-old lad playing his first game on Saturday, so well done to young.
In the Prelim final.
First game, 17 or 18, playing his first game, so well done. And for Paynham Norwood Union, now Tom Langford come back 3 games ago and forced his way back into the side. He'd been out for nearly 18 months with a knee injury, and we did the game against Port Districts, and he struggled for 3 quarters, and then in that last quarter he kicked 3 goals. Last week he was up and about, the week after he was up and about kicking another 3, then he dominated on Saturday and kicked 6, so well done. Nick, the situation, Jolly kicked 3 goals plenty. He was inaccurate in front of goal, might have kicked 3-6 or 3-7. Paul Lowe was good. Tommy Wagner kicked a really, really good goal. Strato Agorestis was relatively quiet, was well held by Daniel Uglisic. Daniel played a pretty good game. And Brett Ansell kicked a goal. Best players were Michael Leggio for his form over the last month through the midfield. It's been exceptional. Tommy Langford with his 6 up there, Mac Haynes, Pinchy Donahue, Josh Donahue. Now, he was outstanding, especially that first half. His speed and his kicking with precision to the forward line. His kicking is elite. And big Hansen in the ruck, big Joe Hansen. So, well done to Paynham.
Big player from the Division 1 Grand Final, so very exciting times for them. Bad luck to Teacher Gully.
Yeah, if you have a look at Gullies, and we said this late in the call on Saturday, Gullies lost 9 or 10 blokes at the start of the year, and for various reasons, and they've gone to the country and places like that. But they recruited 2 or 3, and they blooded juniors. We saw this year they 7 or 8 juniors. They've done an outstanding job to finish there.
A young side, very, very young side. I'm not sure what the average age, if you take out a couple, was like 22 or 21, 22.
Yeah, and if you know, you can't lose that many and only replace them with 3. and blood the youngsters. I think Justin Machotta's done a great job out there. You know, people can say, oh, well, they played the grand final last year, but you lose 10 blokes out of any side, you've done a remarkable job to finish third.
Yep.
That's the only way you can look at it, because the start of the year, people were saying, oh, Gullies will finish 5th or 6th. Weren't they really? Most people thinking 5th or 6th. They finished third, they've exceeded the expectations.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, well done with the young group. Blooded those youngsters. They'll be a force next year, because you know, they probably need another key forward for Trent Melville, a lead-up forward or a hit-up forward, and then probably a couple of key defenders, maybe another midfielder.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll work on it, and they're not far away.
Even next year, the year after, they're certainly a young side. They're going to grow into it. They'll get bigger and stronger and faster, and I think they will be an echelon team in a few years to come.
Oh, and to Justin's credit, you know, he played young Piccini in a final. There was Nick Thompson, and we saw Jaden Blank throughout the year, and a whole host of youngsters all played through that A-grade side. So he's blooding him for the future as well. So, yeah, well done to Gullies. But this week, Payneham
Union.
Payneham and Ross Trevor, mate.
Taking on Ross Trevor. So, gee whiz, this is obviously at Audi Arena, or Theban Oval, as it is. Yep. Ross Trevor's been the best side of the year. They've had the break. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing in Division 1 football can mean different things in lower grades. But
it can only help.
Yeah, it can help. But Payneham Union, they've done it tough. They've played every week, and some pretty close games too. So, look, I'm going for Ross Trevor. I think they've been the better side of the year. I think Payneham Union have done it tough coming in, but I think it's going to be a great game of footy between these two sides.
Well, trying to work it out, if you have a look up forward, Heath Kemain will be up there for Ross Trevor. We're looking at their height factor. So we've got Heath Kemain who'll play up forward. Code kicked 6 in the last game, so he'll probably start up there as well. Probably Paul Fantasia. So they've got a bit of height. But then down back, they're probably Dinham's probably moved back. They've who else is back there? Jonas is back there, and Holland's back there. So those three guys will have to look after Langford, Jolly, and Davis, Liam Davis. So Davis plays further down the ground as that hit up. Langford, I would suspect, will play closer to goal because he's only played 3 games since he's come back. Probably hasn't got the fitness base to run him down. It's interesting who they're going to play on Nick Jolly.
And does Nick Jolly stay at full forward? Is he?
No, he seems to play in the middle of that pendulum. And then, but he runs in the ruck as well. But last week, Macca rested the ruckman at full forward, Hansen. He was trying to stretch, obviously, Justin Machotta's lack of height down there, so he was playing the ruckman down there to rest. I wouldn't have thought he might do it against Ross Trevor. Who knows? I mean,
it's all a tactical game now. Division 1
it's
amateur
league. It's all tactics.
It's like amateur league, Adelaide footy, but amateur league footy. It's sort of very tactical in Division 1. It's very professional now.
Yeah, I sit there and watch the battle that's going on out there, and Tyler Brimmer came last week, did a really good job. He went from the wing, he was starting on stamp, and he went down back he shut Melville down really, because Melville kicked all his goals in the first half. He saw, I think 5 of the 6 he kicked in the first half. So who they play on, Nick Jolly and Langford, is going to be interesting. But there again, Payneham have got their own issues to worry about with Kemain and Code and Fantasia. And then there's the midfield battles. You know, you've got Hurley, you've got Will O'Malley, he's the medalist. You got Holm in the midfield, and then Payneham have got a Leggio through the midfield, Gianni, who else is in there? There's a Pinchy Donahue, Brinoli's through there. So, you know, there's a lot of guys running through that midfield. Paul Lowe adds a lot of speed through there as well. So, it's going to be a good... Ollie Wilkie plays in the ruck, so he'll be up against Jay Hansen. There's a lot of battles out there to be won this week. And obviously in the ruck, Darcy, whoever wins the midfield battle generally wins the game.
Wins the game. There's no doubt about that. I think in this sort of footy, big oval, long oval, you've got to win that ruck contest. Get it out of there, get it straight down the forward line and kick goal. That's the big oval for these two sides, and honestly, that's going to win it.
One of these big forwards, though, from Payneham, a bit like Kamane can get hold of you and kick a bag.
Get it down to these boys. If Jolly's at full forward or Kamane, get it down them as quick as you can. And mucking around down the outside of Febio. Some deep ugly pockets there.
Who are you going for? Who do you reckon?
I'm going for Ross Trevor in a very close game.
For what reasons?
They've been the best side all year. I just think they've had the week rest, and I think it's going to, as it's about the Kamane and co, I think they're going to be pretty hard to stop there in the forward line.
Obviously, Adrian Rocco was there on Saturday watching, and he would have his tactics already worked out, who's going to go to who, but that's going to be the interesting battle, I would have thought. Who's going to go to who, and what's plan B sort of thing if one of the big forwards get hold of you. I'm going for an upset, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Payneham will win.
Yep.
I don't know. They're just playing with good footy. All come together at the right time. There was only Athanasi Agarastas out with injury last week. He should be right. I didn't see any noticeable injuries on Saturday, although I think Lowe might have come off. I reckon Payneham can get over it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a great contest, and I'm sure Macca will get his. Be doing everything he possibly can. No stones be unturned here this Saturday with both sides.
I reckon the clash that's going to maybe win it could be if Code plays at centre half forward, which I think he will, up against Dylan Orcello, the lad with the long locks and just a gun. And I think Orcello against Code might, as well as the ruck duel with Hansen and Wilkie, those clashes are going to a fair bit towards winning the game. So Payneham by 15 points.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay, and good luck to both sides, and we'll see you next year.
Good luck.